Welcome to another POV review, this time of the BMW 740d, the new 2016 BMW 7 Series. We have driven it a couple of times already, the 730d and the 750 Li we drove as well. We really love the 7 Series. I think, you know, it's a matter of taste. The S-Class, the A8, the 7 Series. It all depends on taste, which one you like most. I quite like the 7 Series. I think it's quite beautiful. I think it has a better rapport than the S-Class or the A8 have. So let me tell you some stuff about the BMW 7 Series. We have it in Azurich Swat, which is a BMW individual color. We see BMW individual wheels, 20-inch, and you know it's black, but there is a bit of blue in there. It's the X-Drive, as you can see by the badge by right here. Cool exhaust, nice shape, and we have a BMW individual decorative strip right here, and with BMW individual, really cool. So let's get inside. I will start in the back. Okay, so as you can see, this is not the long wheelbase version. This is not that impressive, but the seat is quite far back. So I wanted to show you the key as well. Don't be mad at us, we didn't break this, another journalist did, which is a shame, because it's really cool. As you know, it's quite legendary already. With the touchscreen, it's like a mini iPad or something like that. We can see the status of the car. We can lock and unlock everything. We can see if the windows and the roof are closed, lights, range. We can set the climate, so by schedule and stuff, and I can just switch it on or off. And well, this is quite cool to show you guys. This is the remote parking function. Press this button on the side of the remote. Oh, I have to be closer to the car. Yep. Okay, so engine start. Yep. So we saw this on the Tesla Model S, of course, with the summon mode. Yep. And backwards. Pretty cool. The key is really, it's really well designed, and it's really pretty, and it looks really cool, but I do think it's a bit too big, because if it's in my pocket, you know, you do have this huge thing in your pocket, which is not ideal. But let's get inside, and I will show you some of the functions in here. Of course, we have the tablet here. You can operate it just on the armrest, or you can make it come up and you can take it from there, and you can use this tablet to do practically everything from the back seat. Let's start with the seat in front of me. So I have that seat selected. The back seats are not adjustable, so if they would be, I could adapt them from here, or I could set them. So let's do the seat in front of me. First, let's get it to the front, putting it forward, of course. and back as well. So this is really, you know, chauffeur mode. And you can also change the angle of the screen. So that is pretty cool. I can also change the interior lighting, the brightness and the different colors. I don't think it's switched on, so you can see it right here. I think you can still see it change a bit, but we have a night POV video, so if you like to see how this car looks in the dark, check that out. We can change the blinds, so let's close them all. So that's these windows, the sunroof and the back. And you can also open and close them independently, which is pretty handy. I can change, of course, the climate in here. 4-zone climate control, so I can do for every separate person. I can change everything from here when it comes to media as well, so I can watch TV. There we go. There we go. Okay, so now I can control this screen and I can watch TV. That's our Prime Minister right there. And let's go for a drive. Well, as you can see, this interior is exceptionally nice. This has the BMW individual leather. The color is called caramel, for those who are wondering. And the leather quality is incredible. It's really soft. The color is amazing. The stitching is amazing. We have this suede or alcantara cover or roof lining, which is incredibly soft and really adds a lot to the luxury of this car. We have a BMW individual steering wheel with this stitching and, you know, the shape, and this piano wood. It's just lovely. So we have the 740 diesel, and it has 320 horsepower, 680 newton meters, 5.2 seconds to 100 kph, which is pretty decent. I mean, this is an 1835 kilogram car, so it's nearly 2 tons. So 5.2 is really perfectly acceptable. But I think, you know, this car isn't about performance, it's about comfort, and it's one of the most comfortable cars I've ever driven. We can set the driving modes down here as usual with BMW. So the Comfort Plus setting has been added like a year ago, which heightens your ride. So it has air suspension. And the Comfort Plus setting is really bouncy and really like classic American suspension, which is really lovely when you're going over speed bumps and stuff like that. It is, you know, you do feel that it's a bit less tight, but it's really comfortable. We also drove this car for about 800 kilometers over the German Autobahn. And again, one of the best cars I've ever driven on the Autobahn. It's so comfortable and it's so relaxing, and it's so incredibly quiet. You don't really hear the engine. There's very little tire noise. This car also has the optional layered glass, which is like 1300 euros or something, and it means that this glass is really thick and it's like 2 layers and an extra layer of heat resistant material, and it means that it's, you know, you're just in a cocoon of relaxation, which is really quite nice. This car also has the optional Bauer & Wilkins audio system, which costs like 5,000 euros, but it is incredible. So, you know, normally we don't let you hear anything because it won't come across as well as it sounds, but let me try to find some music. I don't know if you can hear how crisp and clear that sound is, but it's incredible, and the bass is crazy loud, and we have these tweeters which light up at night, which looks incredible. This particular car costs 160,000 euros. So it has over 50,000 euros in optional extras. Well, that is pretty crazy. As I said, the Bauer & Wilkins audio system costs about 5 grand. It has something called the composition package, which costs 11,000 euros, which includes, I think, this roof liner and some other interior parts which are leather and stuff like that. It has BMW individual color, BMW individual interior, individual wheels, steering wheel. When you put it in sport, you feel the car tightening up, you feel the suspension lowering, you feel these side supports in the seats, they grab you, and the steering becomes a bit heavier. The throttle response gets better. The dials change, because this is just one screen, as you know probably. So they change when I switch from Comfort to Eco Pro and to Sport. And I wouldn't say it becomes firm, but there's a clear difference when I go over these speed bumps. And well, you know, for a car this size and of this weight, this is pretty impressive. And the cool thing is it switches really quickly, so I could just set it Comfort Plus. It rises the suspension. I go over this bump comfortably, put it back into Sport, and let's go. No, but it's still, you know, this is a Sport, but it's still very comfortable. And this is, it's pretty quick, but because it's so comfortable and so quiet, you don't really get a sensation of speed. But that's not what this car is about. So this is also new for the new 7 Series. This is all touchscreen now, and when I push this button, the heated seats, obviously the seats are heated, but I think a very nice touch is that this and this is also heated. So when you're driving like this, or you're sitting like this, your arms are also heated, which is, I've never had that in a car, and I really like it. I do wonder why this car doesn't have ventilated seats when you have for 50,000 euros options on this car, but okay. So this is also touch, and it's, you know, it's all very quick. We have the new screen, which is now touch screen, and you can use your fingers, or you can use the old-fashioned button. The screen is also a bit better than the last one. It's a lot sharper, the menus are better. Yeah, overall it's a big improvement, I think. There will be a 740d with the quad turbo diesel engine. You know, do you need it? No, you don't. This is all the car you need. It's comfortable, it's fast. The 740d will have about 400 horsepower and I think about 780 Newton meters. That will be seriously quick, but you don't need it. It would be nice, it's not necessary. We have done some autobahn kilometers with this and it cruises at 200 or 230 or 250 kilometers with such ease that I would really wonder why anyone would get anything other than this. The 730d, however, we thought was just a bit underpowered, and this fixes that problem entirely. So, interior wise, you know, this is my favorite. I mean, it's just a matter of taste. I prefer this interior over that of the Audi A8 and the Mercedes S-Class. Please let us know what you think. You know, do you agree with me? Do you feel that this is the best interior, or how do you feel about that? Especially with this caramel and this stitching, it's all so well made, and yeah, I really love it. So thanks for watching. Let us know what you think about the BMW 7 Series and the 740d in particular, and we will see you in the next POV review. Thanks guys, bye.